the president will be implementing tomorrow a 25% tariffs on Mexico, 25% tariffs on Canada, and a 10% tariff on China.
Trump said there is no reprieve for Canada.
We're going to put tariffs on oil and gas. That'll happen fairly soon. I think around the 18th of February.
Ottawa says it's prepared to respond, but details are few.
If the president does choose to implement any tariffs against Canada, we're ready with a response. A purposeful, forceful, but reasonable, immediate response.
Trudeau met with his U.S.-Canada Council, the group helping him navigate uncharted waters.
I won't sugarcoat it. Our nation could be facing difficult times in the coming days and weeks.
If, in fact, tomorrow morning the president does impose tariffs of 25% on British Columbia, I can assure you that we are ready for the fight. We will not roll over. We will stand up for British Columbians and for Canadians.
Premier David Eby says BC is going to fight back, but admits there is pain ahead for British Columbians.
The price at the pump for Americans is going to go up. The price of pasta is going to go up. For Canadians, we can expect that a lower dollar is likely to be an outcome of this, which means that for things that are purchased outside of our borders, including from the United States, those are going to get more expensive.
Meanwhile, tourism operators at home say they're taking a wait-and-see approach, but remain hopeful about what is still expected to be a record summer.
We have a very strong convention. You're already booked, so those conventions are already happening. That's a great foundation of business.
Nursey says the hope is that domestic travelers will help buoy the local tourism industry. That's echoed by a tourism operator who's already gearing up for a record summer of whale watching.
People still want to come to Victoria despite what has been happening in the last month. So fingers crossed that it's going to be all okay at the end of the day.
The federal government saying next steps could include tariffs on American goods if Trump doesn't back down. But it all depends on the timeline and severity of what Trump does next.